In the Barony of Kastakin, evil is rising. Creatures born of mud, stone, and bone have appeared. Politics keep the powers that be from taking action against this threat. The Barony needs heroes. In the far-off hamlet of Hovel's Way, two childhood friends, bound by dreaming stars, may be the heroes that the Barony needs. This is their story. The story of the heroes of Hovel's Way. Odine Dahlia Celestine is played by Angela Murray.
She knows that there is something amiss here, but she is not socially adept to have any clue of how to help.
Eremon Durant is played by Jared Rasher.
I know, I've mentioned my dreams before. I had one that didn't just feel meaningful, it felt important.
And the Dungeon Master is Chris Sneezak.
Why are we teaching when we're fighting something terrible?
You will not invade my small clothes!
Ah, get it off, get it off, get it off!
Now, we begin. Special reaction. Reason with the bad guy.
Fight's over.
So as soon as everything seems to calm down, Eremon is just going to kind of call out to the air, if you want to talk, we are here to talk. We can be done fighting if you want to just come out and have a discussion with someone.
You get no response.
After a few seconds, I will walk over to the stairs to join Odie up on the platform.
Oh, that burst of energy, it cost you 5.
Okay.
But it didn't take you 3 actions to take out 3 guys.
Yes, that is very nice.
I don't know how much you got left.
I have 7 points of lay on hands left.
Hey, Sylpharia, do you have that thing you do that can make me feel better again?
I can only do it one more time before I need to meditate, but I will. She did it.
Okay.
You get 6 back. A light, watery mist covers you, and you feel better as the wounds on you heal.
Thank you.
Little shards of rock worm their way out of your body and fall to the ground.
You see, for like a second, Eremon, you can tell Eremon is bloodied because if that condition is being used, then he definitely has it. He is looking at himself for a moment, and then he's contemplating in case he needs this for someone else, and he kind of like decides not to use his any of his healing ability on himself.
By the way, you can both have a point of luck. One for Odie being so angry with Vima, and Eremon for reasoning with Vima. That seems like the most characterized things that you guys could have done in those moments.
Odie, seeing that Eremon is hurt, she's going to walk over and she's going to cast Healing Word on him.
No.
Shut up!
You don't need to do that. I just wanted to make sure we had resources for anyone else that was in need.
Yeah, but you're going to be no good to anyone if you're not on your feet. So there.
Starlight surrounds you, and your wounds close up, especially the wound on your shoulder from the pickaxe driving into it.
You get 9 points back.
That definitely feels better. I appreciate it.
What would you like to do now? There is another pathway out of this. There's two different pathways.
What else do we see up here? Is there more of this stairwell?
Yes, this keeps going into a corridor, it looks like.
All right, I will lead again. Don't worry.
Do we want to check down here first and make sure there's no more miners in danger?
That is a good point.
If you go take a look, there is a corner there.
Okay. This goes around a corner, and yes, we should probably look for some other miners, though.
Did you go check that corner, Eremon?
I will.
It goes down to a T-split.
All right, so the corridor goes further down and then splits off into a T. We should probably make sure everyone is safe first, though.
Do we hear sounds down this other hallway that looks more like it's part of the mine?
Oh, make a perception check.
I got a 17.
It sounds like pickaxes hitting stone, but it's very faint.
She'll look to Eremon and just kind of like, I don't know. If there's a thing, it's probably up there, but the other miners would probably be down here.
I'm going to walk further down, and I am going to be calling out, if you're angry about something, as I said, we can talk. There's no need to keep anyone else bound to your will.
You keep going?
Yes. So I go up around the corner again. Odie, I can't see you because you're around the corner, but everything's fine so far.
I'm assuming they're staying about 10, 15 feet behind you.
Yeah.
Right behind you.
When you get there, though, there's more of those beetles. They're not hard to see, as they're making themselves very apparent. In fact, they form up into the visage of a humanoid. So you wanted to talk. Let's talk.
I'm pleased to see you with a face.
If you could call this a face. By the way, this isn't actually me, so don't get any ideas.
You get the impression that she's glaring at you, Odie.
Odie goes to open her mouth and then closes it. But her expression says a lot.
I like that they hate each other. It's so good.
It's very clear that you're feeling some kind of pain, but
You think I wanted to be like this? This is not my ideal situation.
I would not imagine so. We had just been recently talking to Sulfaria about what circumstances under which somebody could have these things reversed, and it didn't seem as if anybody had ever had that process reversed, but I am more than happy to speak with someone to see if we can start the process of researching such a thing.
Oh, I know how to get this undone. The Mountain Strangler can turn me back into a human.
That seems like it might be an extreme version of what needs to be done. Not certain that is the best course of action from everything that I understand.
It may be the only course for me, though. You don't understand what it's like to just not feel anymore, to be this amorphous, changing thing.
I don't know what it's like to be an amorphous thing. I don't know what it's like to not trust my body, but I do know what it's like to question what I was and to realize that there is something else happening that I was not prepared for.
She turns away. She walks around a little bit.
So what did you want to talk about?
If the main thing that you are concerned about is trying to regain your humanity, I will gladly vouch for you and take you to someone that I know. I know a wizard now. I couldn't say that before, but now I can say that. I know a wizard now. And perhaps we can look into your condition, and it would probably be for the best to be able to research this. It wouldn't just benefit you, it could benefit everybody that has been affected by this thing.
What wizard do you know?
It is the wizard that you may have tried to transmogrify into stone or some other form, but that is all right.
She sharply looks up at you when you say that.
Wait a minute, he's still alive?
Yes, I saved him.
Oh no, that's terrible. You shouldn't have done that.
And then she can't say something. It's almost like she's got some sort of magical compulsion where she can't say words concerning that wizard.
We also saved the merchant, but we didn't save Mara the druid.
Oh, that's unfortunate. She was old, though.
Odie just glares.
And she did try to hurt me back. I was only defending myself.
You stole from her.
No, I took it after I found out where it was.
By pretending to be her daughter.
Mm-hmm, absolutely.
So, it seems as if you are constrained from being able to say something. Would this be a situation where you could perhaps pantomime what you meant to say?
She goes to speak, and it obviously gives her pain. She goes to pantomime, it obviously gives her pain, and then the beetles all just kind of fall apart in front of you and just skitter off into different directions.
What was the wizard's name again?
Tasbar Meladin. He is a Titan Shard user, a scholar of Titan, Zithian artifacts, and Zithian magic.
This worries me, Eremon. I don't like her, but she would have taunted us if she could have. I should say, she would have taunted me if she could have.
She definitely seemed to be genuinely concerned about that situation. I can't be sad that we saved a person, but we definitely need to look into this some more.
Sylpharia touches you on the shoulder, Odie. There is something incorrect, wrong, abomination-like to the south, down that way, and she points down that tunnel.
Oh, Eremon, Sylpharia is sensing something down that tunnel.
Ah, well, I guess we should be at it then. I will walk towards that tunnel, but I am also going to look off to my right to make sure I don't see any other, miners or anything in that direction.
I will tell you both, since you're both listening for it, that, and Monty's there too, the sound of mining is stronger here. It's not close, but it's stronger this way.
She is having the miners work. Maybe we should deal with this abomination first, as long as she is not having them harm themselves.
Yeah. For all her selfishness, she didn't seem to really want to hurt the miners. She just wouldn't have cared if they had gotten hurt.
She has lost herself.
If she ever had herself.
Eremon is going to look down the passageway that Sulfaria indicated and go, "Hello, abomination!"
What are you doing, Eremon? You don't call out to the abominations.
Did he just call out to the abomination?
He just called out to the abomination.
He did just call out to the abomination. It's very strange. I'm not sure what is happening down there, though. Maybe we should proceed?
I will walk down the corridor first.
Sylpharia will back you up.
And Odie will move in behind Sylpharia with Monty on her shoulder.
There is some carved steps there, Eremon. And this little area, it's a little pool of water down there, but it's muddy water, is well lit. But the thing is, it's well lit by Zithian runes that are drawn on the walls here. Silfaria recognizes them. Odie probably recognizes them too. I don't think you probably would, Eremon, but they're pretty pictographs that are glowing. Also, the muddy water is bubbling, almost like a soupy cauldron.
I am going to, just out of curiosity, I am going to get out my length of rope because no one has gotten rope out in this entire campaign. And I am going to uncoil it and drop it into the water because I want to see how deep it is.
Sure, you drop it into the muddy water, it hits, and it starts sinking. You're pretty sure that after about maybe 6 to 8 inches of muddy water, it's just mud below that as it hits and then starts sitting there almost.
So yeah, I will reel it back in and look at how far down it got wet and how far down it got muddy.
Yeah, about that much. It's very muddy right there, almost like it was sitting on top of soupy mud, maybe even thicker than soupy mud.
I don't think it's very solid down there.
The bubbling, there's a swirl in the bubbling at that moment. Nothing else happens though.
Odie's trying to lean past the other two to look in and see if she can see the runes and try and make them out and see what they're saying.
Yeah, you can all just actually cram into there if you want to. It's a 5-foot hallway. If you ever stood in a 5-foot hallway, they're pretty big.
Yeah.
Technically, the three of you can all stand there on top of each other. It just wouldn't be good to fight all standing on top of each other.
Yes.
Go ahead, give me an Arcana check. Silfaria will help you, so you can have advantage.
Excellent. I got a 14.
By the studying that you've done and the little that you know of Zithian, and with Silfaria's help as she's remembering things, these are runes of earth, water, transmutation, and conjuration. The 14, that's what it gets you. If you want to spend a point of luck, I'll give you more, because 15 is the next level.
Sure.
You're pretty sure that together, if this was some sort of magical alchemical formula type thing, it would be creating a slurg made of mud and water, or rock and water.
Is this a Slurg creation pit?
I believe so, says Silfaria, and it creates slurg that are stronger than we've seen before, I'm pretty sure.
Can we do anything to disable it?
Maybe. Let us try. We would have to go into the mud, though.
Oh, I don't like mud.
The pool swirls again. Something is getting ready to form.
Okay, let's do it. But you do the water thing. You can clean my boots when we're done, right?
Yeah. Yes. I will clean myself off too, but it's going to get in all of my joints.
Monty, you stay up here with Eremon.
Okay. Monty just twitters in your ear as he hops on your shoulder, Eremon. I'll roll an Arcana check for Silfaria. You can roll an Arcana check yourself.
I'm going to use a point of lucky. Wow, that was crap. I got an 8.
Oh, that made life a lot harder for Silfaria.
I keep forgetting I have guidance, so I would have cast that at the beginning, but forgot.
Yeah, roll the d4. Add the d4 to the 8.
Okay. So that turns it into a 12. I'm sorry, into an 11.
And Silfaria got a 16. You have started to disable the Slurg pit. It is not quite all the way done, though, the disabling of it. The pool swirls around again. You think you've slowed it down enough that it gives you another chance to potentially shut this down before whatever is trying to summon itself or form itself out of this concoction of stuff does so. Also, Silfaria and Odie, you realize that you're both standing on, while you're in the mud, there are rocks under you, but they're not stone. They're made of probably some sort of that earthen-powered ore.
Oh, which means they could explode.
Or, because you rolled a decent Arcana check before, that's what's also powering the spell.
Okay.
What would you like to do?
I would like to continue to try and stop this.
Sure, go ahead. Silfaria will do the same.
If I could, I'd maybe steal that energy from this ore to use it to stop it.
Oh, you can do that, but that might have some serious side effects if you fail.
Let's do it.
Okay, love it. Silfaria got an 11, which is a decent success, which is a success at least. Let me tell you the stakes of this. If you get a 15 or higher, you will succeed without any negative repercussions. If you roll lower than a 10, you just fail and bad stuff happens. If you roll between a 10 and a 15, then there's a fallout from the draining the energy of the rocks.
I got a 25 when I add in the guidance roll.
Very nice. Tell me what it looks like as you steal the energy from the elemental rocks to then destroy the Zithian runes on the wall that are coalescing and summoning earth.
Odie is working in concert with Silfaria as they are doing their best to dismantle the runes with Odie's kind of starlight magic and Silfaria's water-based magic, and then Odie just extends a hand down and like wills the power of those stones to join her in destroying these runes and ending this Slurg creation pit.
You're glad that you did, because when you reached down and touched that energy, not only did you touch that energy, which you pulled that through you to do that, but you touched the soul of the elemental that it was trying to utilize to coalesce.
Ooh.
And that elemental was not what I would consider sane.
That makes sense.
But there's a detonation on the wall, and the magic just fades as it cracks.
Odie reaches out a hand and just pats Sulfaria's shoulder in this friendly camaraderie, like, we did it.
When she turns and looks at you, there's like a single tear rolling down her face. Did you feel that?
I did.
That poor soul.
They're at rest now.
She just walks out of the mud. As she does, she uses the water powers that she has to clean both of you off.
Odie kind of stomps around for a bit with her soggy boots, trying to at least get some of the water out of them. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Eremon will just look at both of them and go, so I would ask you to explain what you did, but I'm going to trust that you are both experts in your field and that you did what needed to be done.
We can explain it over a campfire later.
Where would you like to go now?
Let's continue over to check out the miners.
You come around the corner and get to the bottom of a set of stairs that lead up to a bridge. Stone bridge, made of the same construction that you saw earlier. Do you wish to walk up the bridge?
Eremon will stop and look at Odie and say, should we cross?
You guys have never played a dungeon with me before. I assume you guys are being careful.
Yeah.
If you walk along and something bad is about to happen, I'm going to be like, make a perception check.
Oh,
If
yeah.
you pass, then you see the thing before it happens to you. I realize that, we've never really done much of this before, so maybe I should explain how I do this. I'm not here to screw you guys, is what I'm saying. Your characters are competent.
I just want to double check and make sure that Odie is willing to head this direction.
Yeah, let's keep going.
All right.
Yeah, and you hear more of that mining in the distance. When you get to the top of the bridge, you see that it is actually a bridge. It is made of that same stone that you saw before, except you can see that it's a bit cracked here and there. But if you take a moment, actually make a perception check, Eremon. Odie, you can too.
Odie got an 18.
Eremon got a 19.
Nice.
The two of you both see there's something weird about the stone. And as you're watching it, you can see that it is slowly healing itself. Like it's creepingly incremental. It threw you off for a second, so you get down by one of the cracks and take a closer look at it, and you can see that it's slowly regrowing itself, trying to reach out to mend itself.
Sulfaria?
Yes?
The cracks in the stone here are healing themselves. Is this normal for Zithian construction?
She thinks for a moment, crooks her head to the left, she crooks it to the right. I cannot remember. I have no memory of that.
That's okay.
She rolled a 2. The bridge goes all the way across. There is water below it. It's actually clean water in this case.
I will keep moving across until something jumps out at me. Metaphorically or literally.
As you're moving across this bridge, all of a sudden, the whole place quakes. There's a shaking and a shifting from below you, and the bridge starts to crack apart. What do you do?
How far down is the water?
It's 45, 50 feet, something like that.
It's a ways.
It's not small. Eremon, you're in the front. What do you do?
Let's move faster.
Okay, you go across the bridge. Give me an athletics check. The DC is 16.
That is a 13 on something I should be better at.
Odie, what do you do? You're still near the front of the bridge with Monty and Sulfaria. You can just back off of it.
I think Odie's going to run.
All right, it's a 17 for you because it's a little farther.
This is not good. Odie is not trained in athletics. I got an 11.
Make a roll for Monty. It'll be athletics for him because he's going to jump off your shoulder to try to get across.
Monty got a 17.
Hey, look at that, Monty. Sulfaria waits because Sulfaria's like, that's not good. The two of you start running across. Eremon, the bridge, you go to take a step, and some of the rock falls out from under where you're about to step, and you go down. You grab onto the edge of it. Odie, you're worse as you see Eremon fall, and there's like nowhere for you to go, so you hit the back of Eremon, slide down him, you're hanging off of his ankles. And there you are hanging on this bridge and still quaking. The place is still quaking, the bridge is still falling apart. Monty's like, hey, what are you two doing? Get up here! Odie, this is an indelicate question. How much do you weigh?
Odie, she's not super tall. I don't think she's super thin, but I don't think she weighs too much.
So what, she's like 140, 150?
Yeah, probably 130, 140.
130, 140? All right.
Yeah.
Eremon, there's 130 pounds hanging off your ankles, plus your chainmail. Eremon, what do you do?
If there's any kind of outcropping that I can hook my elbow around and kind of tuck my fist underneath my chin so that I have that braced, and then I'm going to try and reach down and grab for her.
Yeah, absolutely. You're gonna try to lift Odie up and throw her up onto the ledge?
At the very least, try and help her crawl up on me if I can lift her.
Yeah, the slightly inclined ledge that's getting worse every moment. I'm into this. Go ahead, give me an athletics check.
Odie is going to cast guidance on him as she's holding on to him.
Ooh, tell me how you rapidly cast guidance while you're hanging on for dear life.
I mean, she's hanging for dear life. She's muttering a prayer and probably almost completely subconscious. Just there's this little bit of starlight magic that goes up Eremon, to basically give him that little tiny boost to his athletics check.
Give me a concentration check because it's a somatic component too, so you have to make a hand motion while you're doing it. So you have to let go of him for a second to do it or try to do it while you're holding on to him.
Oh, God.
I'm going to use my last point of lucky and re-roll that.
That's fair.
So I got a 7.
Oh, that's not much better. You needed a 10. Well, you get a point of luck.
Yep.
You try desperately to cast guidance in this terrible situation as you're freaking out, and and Eremon's trying to lift you up. It does not quite work. Eremon, go ahead, give me your athletics check. You managed to do. You could do those things.
I'm going to reach down and get a hold of Odie. At the same time, this arm that I have with my fist tucked under me, I'm going to sway my body the opposite direction.
Ah!
So that I have momentum to throw her up.
Love it.
That is a 21.
Odie, you go flying. Like it's a swing and then an up. And you manage to hit the thing a good 5 feet up higher than you were expecting. And you can clamber up.
Yep, Odie clambers up, runs over to Monty, and then realizes she should probably help Eremon, so she lays on her stomach and reaches out to him.
Well, we'll see about that in a second.
The extent is I'm trying to just offer help.
Yeah, I got you. It's like an incline that's inclining more. This bridge is dipping down farther. Why don't you give me an athletics check to help him? It is a DC 10. Acrobatics I would take too, so dex or strength. Are you sure you want to do this?
I got a 13.
No, you did it. Okay. You were down there. Monty's holding onto your ankle, don't fall, don't fall, don't fall. As you're reaching out for Eremon. Eremon, you have the help action to pull yourself up so you don't fall 40 feet into this water, which you have no idea what's down there.
Yep. That's a 10.
You have advantage.
Okay, yes, I will roll that again. That is a 20 with advantage.
Very nice. Odie, tell me how you managed to get your hands on Eremon.
She's inching forward on her stomach, and she finally, as his hand comes up to try and pull it, give himself the leverage to pull up, she just grabs it with both of hers, and, there's enough weight with her laying flat on her stomach that it gives him the leverage he needs to get up on top of the falling bridge. It's
really this fat raccoon that's laying on your foot that's keeping it hooked on the top of the thing. It's a good thing I ate those cookies now, isn't it?
When all was said and done, she was going to be thanking Monty for his help, regardless.
Eremon, you almost fell and Odie grabs you.
Thank you. I appreciate that very much.
And then pulls you up, and as she finishes pulling you up, the bridge completely goes flat down on the side of this rock, but it doesn't fall in.
What the heck?
I wonder how long that'll take it to heal.
It seems more like it was a trap.
You're pretty sure it wasn't a trap.
Wasn't a trap?
You're not sure where that quaking came from. It wasn't a trap. That was a natural disaster.
Selfaria, are you okay over there?
Yes, I'm fine. She pulls some rope out of a bag.
I was just about to pull my rope out and tie it to my hand axe and throw it across to her.
Catch? She water blasts it across to you. You should throw me that one too.
All right. And I tie it off on the hand axe so that there's some weight on it, and I swing it around and lob it over across to her.
Yeah, between the two of you, you managed to figure out how to at least make a thing where you can probably get back across pretty easily and taking your time and whatnot. These two ropes. Won't be fun for Odie, probably. I mean, well, she's a druid. She probably is in the woods all the time, so you guys can probably get back and forth across.
If you let me use acrobatics, I've got a +2. Athletics is a 0.
There won't be a roll for it. Take your time, make your way across. Although you are on this side, and when you turn and you look, there are a number of miners, 6 of them in this alcove over here working some walls. They have stopped because of the earthquake.
Looking at what they're doing, do we think that what they're doing is possibly causing the earthquake?
No, actually, you don't think what they did caused the earthquake. That earthquake came from farther below.
Okay.
I am going to look up and see. I am not an engineer, but I am going to try and see if the ceiling looks stable enough that I don't have to run in and pull them out really quick.
Yeah, it's fine. These miners are good at their job. This mine's stable. Nothing collapsed other than that bridge. Like, there's a bunch of shaking. I mean, you haven't looked at the rest of the mine yet, but this passageway seems okay. They have the wooden framing to keep the mine together. There's a bit of collapse on the western wall, but nobody got hurt. Everybody seems okay. They're just standing around right now with that mud on their eyes and their ears and their mouths.
You probably don't have enough juice to...
I still have a little bit left, and I'm going to walk up to the first one and touch him and impart a little bit of my lay on hands, my divine energy into him and see what it does.
It clears the mud off of him.
All right. And you said there's 6 in here?
Yep.
I'll look at Odie and say, I think I can help the rest of them. I'm not sure what will happen if we run into anyone else, though.
Okay.
If you do, I'll give you get a point of luck for doing that.
I am down to 1 point on my lay on hands.
There is no other place to go in this mine. So you've pretty sure you've explored everything and found anybody that's a miner in this mine.
Once he has given his magic, his divine magic to them, and they've the mud is cleared, but they're unconscious, they otherwise seem okay?
Yeah, they're breathing normally. They seem healthy.
Okay.
I mean, there's a couple of lamps that fell and cracked. There's like some oil that burned itself out. Nobody got hurt, though. What would you like to do?
I guess try and make our way across our little makeshift rope bridge.
Yeah, you can. You would have a hard time getting the miners across unconscious, but you can totally get across yourselves.
Can we leave the ropes for them?
Yeah, I don't see why not. They're just tied up to walls with picks and things like that. You know, find some miners' picks, pick them into the ground. Sulfaria found some, went and got some stuff, walked back, grabbed a couple of pickaxes, like slammed them into the rock as hard as she could, and then, tied them off.
And worst comes to worst, Odie has another rope in her backpack.
Yeah, there you go.
That works.
I guess we go back to the old Zithian structure.
Yes, that seems like the best thing we could do right now.
Okay.
You walk back to the stairs, go up them, find that hallway that goes to the T, and start making your way down it.
And you find what looks to be some sort of office. Now, it's not filled with like Zithian stuff. It's filled with modern gear. Somebody put things in here.
I come in and I start looking at that, and I always assume that Odie is further back from me than I think she is. So I will look over my shoulder and go, there's an office with some things in here.
I'm right here.
Sorry, I wasn't sure where you're at. So I'm going to walk in and start looking at this equipment and seeing what exactly is in here.
So this looks like it was the foreman of the mine's office. As you look around, you find his logs and his notes detailing the excavation of the unexpected structures here.
His name was Drogue, and
they were surprised. They found this staircase, and then they excavated the staircase, found there was a hallway, and just kept excavating. They were even more surprised that the stone was healing itself. They also found a room with a circle of Zithian runes on the floor. You haven't seen that room yet, but there's like a hallway around the corner. Also, the ore here is different. Drogue wrote that Kadi thinks it's Titan shard ore. Kadi must be one of the other miners. He was getting ready to send a message to the Baroness, and he was excited because he thought this iron mining operation was going to pay off big time, and then all of the correspondence stops. Like any notes in all of these logs, they just end, and that was about 3 days ago.
That would line up.
Does the description of that diagram in the room we haven't looked at yet sound like what we saw in the other location?
No. Although somebody tried to make a sketch of it. Odie, if you want, you can make a Arcana roll.
Sure.
It's difficult, though, because the sketch is really bad. Sulfaria will help you. Actually, let me see if Sulfaria can help you. Yeah, she remembers some stuff. She can help you here, so you get advantage.
I got a 23 with Sulfaria's help.
You're pretty sure that they are teleportation runes of some sort.
Whoa! I've only seen that in a book before. Noelle has a book that talks about this. They had these teleportation things. The runes mean teleportation, so it may go someplace else.
There's also a forge in here. It looks like Drogue was a bit of a smith on the side. There is also a very lovely forged longsword blade made from the elemental earth ore.
I am going to pick up the blade, and I am actually going to show it to Sulfaria and say, This doesn't contain anyone, does it?
She touches it. No, it does not. It is just empowered ore. Well, now empowered steel.
I will kind of like judge the weight of it and everything because, my father has taught me a lot of this formal dueling things. So, just to get the idea of how well made it is.
Yeah, it's a good blade. Did a nice job. It's not like a masterwork or anything like that, but somebody knew their craft. They knew what they were doing. But like I said, it's not a sword. It's just the blade.
Yeah, that shouldn't hurt anything.
Wrap it up and bring it with us.
So I will look for something to wrap it up with.
Yeah, you can find a cloth. There's enough stuff around here. You can take apart the bed if you wanted to.
So yeah, I will wrap it up and kind of stick it partially in my pack next to my sheath. Is there anything else we need to look at here, or should we move on?
I think we can move on. I don't see anything else that would be more interesting, though Odie is going to keep the journal.
And the logs, they're 2 different books.
Yes, she'll keep both.
Sure thing.
And she'll actually leave a note saying, hey, I took your stuff.
I like that. That's great. Do you sign it, or is it just, hey, I took your stuff?
Yeah, and she'll sign it with like her full name. Odine Dahlia Celestine.
It's great. Love it. When you check the corner, there is a hallway to a door. This is the first door you've seen in this place.
I will walk up to the door and check the handle first.
The handle is covered in mud. And when I say it's covered in mud, the handle and the door itself are covered in muddy Zithian runes. Like somebody made of mud, drew Zithian runes on the door. And the door is slightly ajar.
This is probably her work.
Hello, are you in there?
You gotta stop. You gotta stop announcing us.
Well, we've been talking to her. It would be rude to just barge in on her because we've been having a conversation at this point.
The door's open.
Odie, if we ever decide to try to be stealthy, we can't take him with us.
I know. Well, he clanks anyway.
He does clank. Sylpharia is just shaking her head behind. You have no idea what she's shaking her head behind about Eremon, but...
I will push the door open.
Makes 0 noise, just swings open easily. And then there is a magical circle, similar to the one that was scribed into the book on the floor.
Nobody else in here, nothing in here, just the circle.
Correct.
Sylpharia, do you remember any of this?
Yes, I do. It is a circle that will teleport us somewhere else, probably to its sister circle.
And if there's a sister circle, that means we could come back to this circle?
That would be the intended function. You're also pretty confident in that too, Odie.
She's just kind of double checking. Well, this is the only place left to go.
It is, and if we wish to follow her, then we should probably take it.
Everyone get in the circle. Hold on.
As we're getting in the circle, Eremon will say, somewhat unconcerned, so if there was an earthquake and this cavern collapsed and we were to get on the other circle to come back here, what would happen to us?
I don't know.
Sylpharia points at the box that you were in, the room that you were in. Look, and she sprays some of her mystical water out from her. This whole room is covered in Zithian runes. Those are runes of reinforcement. This room will not fall apart if it hasn't fallen apart already.
So the room will be fine.
I was just curious.
We'll be fine. It's fine.
By the way, you are just surrounded by magic, which is unusual.
Feels somewhat tingly in here.
Odie's going to kneel down, checking out all the runes of the circle, and start sounding out to Sylpharia how she thinks they need to activate it.
That is correct. That is correct. And then the circle activates and all 4 of you vanish. You reappear on a platform. Behind you there is a semicircle wall. In front of you there is open space. Except it's not completely open. There are 3 giant rocks that are rotating around each other in a pattern. They're huge. When you look up and down from them, they are attached by magical tethers to you're not sure what, but they are moving around with them. There's a door behind you. There are runes lit up everywhere.
Thank you for listening to this episode of The Heroes of Hovel's Way. Music and sound effects were from Storyblocks and Envato. If you'd like to interact with us, you can join our Discord. There's a link to join it in our show notes. We talk about D&D and other fantasy gaming stuff there along with other topics. If you'd like to support this show, you can join our Patreon. Check it out at patreon.com/Thakawa. That's patreon.com/THAC0WA. The Patreon helps us make this show and Thaka with Advantage. Speaking of patrons who help us out, I would like to thank David Ridout, Matea the Sorceress, Darkmere the Dark, Peter Martin, Eric Bontz, Doug Rass, and Victor Wyatt. Last thing, we're part of the Polygamers podcast network. Great show on there is called Pandas Talking Games. It's where Phil and Senda take questions from the listeners and answer them, like Card Talk, but for your game. Thank you once again for listening, and beware Valhalmorris and his Slurg. They just love getting in your small clothes.